My girlfriend dumped me 20 minutes before the biggest audition of her life because she said I was too average to be seen with a future superstar. She didn't know that the man driving her to the studio wasn't just an office clerk. She didn't know that the only reason she even got seen today was because I forwarded her tape to the casting director. And she definitely didn't know that the person observing the casting session inside that building was going to be me. Let's back up. To Mia, I'm just a boring corporate drone. I drive a Volvo, wear hoodies, and work in media logistics. I pay her rent, her acting classes, and take her photos for her 3,000 followers. She thinks I'm safe, boring, and average. Here is what she doesn't know. I don't work in logistics. I'm the SVP of programming. I oversee the entire drama slate for the network. But she never asked about my day because she was too busy talking about her big break that hasn't happened since 2016. 3 weeks ago, the breakdown for The Gilded Cage went out. It's our new flagship drama. Mia saw the casting call and spiraled. She was complaining that she couldn't even get an appointment. I wanted to help, so I sent a polite email to the casting team asking them to take a look at her reel. I didn't ask for favors, I just helped her get in the room. Fast forward to this morning, the day of the audition. We pulled up to the studio lot. The massive gates of the network loomed over us. She turned to me. I thought she was going to say thank you. Instead, she let out a long sigh and said, "Look, we need to talk." My stomach dropped. "Now? Right before you go in?" "Yes, now," she said, checking her teeth in the mirror. "Because after I walk through those doors, my life is going to change. I'm going to book this, and when I do, I can't have baggage." "Baggage?" I asked. "It's about optics," she said, cold as ice. "You're a Volvo, David. I need a Ferrari. I'm about to be a star, and stars don't date logistics guys. I need someone who can get me into the Vanity Fair party, not someone who waits in the car. Consider this me doing you a favor." She opened the door. "Wish me luck," she said, not looking back. She slammed the door of my Volvo and strutted toward the security gate. She looked confident. I sat there for a moment, stunned. The audacity was actually impressive. I started the car. But I didn't drive home. I drove to the executive entrance around the back. The guard recognized me and opened the gate. "Good afternoon, Mr. Miller," he said. "They're waiting for you in Studio B." I parked in my spot. I adjusted my tie. I didn't look like a comfortable ex-boyfriend anymore. I looked like a network exec. Mia wanted someone with status? She was about to get exactly what she asked for. If you thought the breakup was brutal, wait until you hear what happened inside Studio B. I walked into the casting room. The director, Marcus, and the lead writer were already there. They stood up to shake my hand. I took a seat at the side of the table, not wanting to interfere. I told them I was just there to observe the process. The door opened. Mia walked in like she owned the place. She had that fake, humble smile plastered on her face. She didn't even look at the table yet. She was too busy engaging with her own reflection in the camera lens. "Hi, everyone," she said, her voice dropping an octave. "I'm Mia. I'm so excited to be here." "That's great, Mia," Marcus said. "You can start whenever you're ready." Mia closed her eyes. She did a dramatic breathing exercise. Then she opened her eyes and finally looked at the people sitting at the table. She looked at Marcus. She smiled. And then she looked at me. She froze. I mean, she physically rebooted. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. I didn't smile, I didn't wave. I just sat there with a calm, professional expression, waiting for her to proceed. "Hello, Mia," I said. "Please, continue." "David?" she squeaked. Her confident voice was gone. What are you doing here? You can't be in here." "Sit down, Mia," I said quietly. "I don't understand," she stammered. "Why is my ex-boyfriend sitting with the producers? Marcus, why is he here? This is inappropriate." Marcus looked at her confused. "Mia," Marcus said slowly, "this is Mr. Miller, the SVP of programming. He oversees this production." The silence that followed was heavy. I watched the realization wash over her face. She looked at the nameplate on the table. David Miller, SVP. "No," she whispered. "No, you work in logistics." "Actually," I said, leaning forward, "logistics is just about management, moving things from point A to point B. Like moving a script to the screen. You said you wanted a high-value man, Mia. You wanted someone with status. Well, I'm right here." She started to hyperventilate. "Babe, David, I didn't know. I was just stressed earlier. I didn't mean it." "You called me a Volvo," I reminded her calmly. "You said you needed a Ferrari. Well, Mia, the floor is yours. Show us why you deserve to be the lead of a major drama." She tried, I'll give her that. She started the scene, but she was shaking. Her voice cracked. She forgot her lines. It was a train wreck. She couldn't focus because she knew who was watching. I sat there, impassive. I watched the woman who used me for 2 years crumble under the pressure. "I can't," she sobbed. "David, please, can we just talk?" "This is a professional environment, Mia," I said, checking my watch. "And honestly, I'm not seeing the focus we need for this role. Marcus, what do you think?" Marcus didn't hesitate. "Pass. It's not the right fit." Mia looked at me with pleading eyes. I stood up. "You were right about one thing, Mia," I said, walking to the door. "We do have different values." I opened the door for her. "Next!" I called out to the assistant, but she didn't leave. She stood there, fists clenched, and dropped the final bomb. "You can't do this to me!" she screamed. "I'm a star. I was the lead in Mystic Falls. It was a hit. The network was stupid to cancel it." I stopped. "Mia, there is one more thing I never told you. I was a junior analyst at that network 10 years ago. Do you want to know the real reason that show was canceled?" You should have seen her face. It was like watching a statue crack in real time. "Mia," I said softly, "I compiled the data from Mystic Falls 10 years ago. Do you want to know why we canceled it?" She nodded slowly, wiping her tears. "Because the marketing budget was too low, right?" "No," I said. "The marketing was fine. It was a business decision based on focus groups. The data showed that the audience simply didn't connect with your character's storyline. It wasn't personal, Mia. It was just numbers." That was the breaking point. "You're lying," she screamed, lunging forward. "You're just trying to hurt me because I dumped you. I am a star! Security!" I pressed the intercom button. 2 guards entered the room. "Ma'am, let's go." Mia looked at me one last time. There was no love in her eyes, just panic. "You're going to regret this," she spat as they guided her out. "I'll take my chances," I said. They walked her out. I could hear her yelling all the way down the hall. Fast forward 6 months. We cast an unknown actress from Ohio. The show is doing great, and the set is drama-free. And Mia? I checked her Instagram yesterday. She's not acting anymore. She moved back to Arizona and is selling wellness supplements and posting quotes about haters. Her latest caption was, "Some people can't handle a strong woman." I laughed. She wanted a Hollywood ending. Well, she got one. It just turns out she wasn't the main character after all. So that's how I finally stopped financing a future that didn't include me. I didn't ruin her career. I just stepped out of the way and let her handle it herself. And frankly, it was long overdue. Like and subscribe for more stories about people who messed around and found out.